Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 9th day of March, 2021. Going to first stop over to JM Bullion and look at the live spot prices for gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. All of them are up except palladium. And looks like silver's hanging in tough there, up 50 cents, almost hitting that $26 level. So that would be pretty interesting. And then the gold has broke the $1,700 threshold, meaning on the price grid, we'll be paying that price I predicted coming this Thursday. So yesterday, somebody in the comments section mentioned that there was some numbers up for the Tuskegee Airmen quarters that were minted in Philadelphia. So I went back to check the numbers for Philadelphia, and they were at 19.2 million. And then they had no 50 cents minted yet. So we're going to look at this today, and it's going to be interesting, I think. So popped over to the United States Mint, went to their circulating coins production, and I was able to locate that under U.S. Mint, about, production sales figures, then circulating coin production, selecting the program, circulating coins, and this year, and then submit. And it pops up with this. So we know from the last video, it was 19.2 million. Well, now we're at 81 million. Now that's going to be the final number. This is it. So 81 million is the final number for Philadelphia minted Tuskegee Airmen quarters. That's a pretty low number. Not as low as the start of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. In fact, it's probably quite high if you look at things in a historical perspective. Now, this is the first quarter that was ever released for the America the Beautiful Quarters program. And you can see the mintages here are 35 million here and 34 million there. So let's go ahead and take a look to see when we can get even close to this mintage. So here we are. We're still in 2010, and we're not coming close to that. Now we're in 2011. You have 30 still around that 30 range. Okay, here we go in 2011. The Chickasaw quarter, but we're still not at that 80. What is it? 81 exactly. So let's keep looking to find an 81 in here. See, these are 25, 22. These are tremendously low mintages. 78, that's close. That's the Hawaii. And look at this. From Hawaii, they bounce from 78 to 135. I believe they go back down. Yeah, 68, 107, 107 to 131, 122, 140, 104. So I think they're going back up large, and then bam, they hit this 73 million and almost 100 million on that Great Smoky Mountains 2014 release. So that's really interesting. So we're really close to our number, and it puts us back in 2014. Other than that, they jump up on the mintage here pretty good, and they don't come back down until 2020, and that was a pretty interesting year for quarters. They were in and out and can't get that back coin anymore. So I wanted to compare these numbers to the quarters for the state series. And I mean, if you look at these, we're in 2018, we're in the 200 millions, 138 million, 151 million, 159 million, and so on and so forth. But the beginning of this series, I think that's a real eye-opener. And if you were to be collecting these particular coins, these quarters, 35 million, that mintage is way lower than, look at this state quarter program. We're going to go to Delaware, and look at this. Right off the bat, 373 million, 400 million here for the Denver Mint. So these are like 10 times, easily 10 times what the state quarters is over the America the Beautiful series. Look at that, 600 million. So right now, if you're into mintages and whatnot, the America the Beautiful quarter program would probably be for you, especially those beginning years up to 2014. Those are very low mintages. In fact, I would say if you go to the Washington quarter mintages overall, and I'll leave this link in the description, it talks about all of the Washington quarter mintages from 1932, and I think it's 1998, I believe. Pardon me. And yep, there it is, 821 million. So we're talking 30 million Let's see if we can find 30 million. When was the last time we made 30 million quarters in a given year? Now, I realize that there's 4 or 5 issues that year, but still, that's one quarter with one design on the back. So let's head up. Oh, that's not even close. Not close. We're in the 1960s, and we still haven't found. Oh, there we go. 1962. That was the last time they produced or minted that little quarters. Okay, so that's kind of a big deal. Really big deal. At least it is in my book. So these are America the Beautiful quarters. Like I said, we're being spoiled and we don't even know it. It's right under our eyes, and the mintages are amazing, and that's right under our eyes as well. So, I mean, there's people that do the state quarters, but look at these mintages. These are way high. And which one do you think would be more expensive on eBay? Would it be the 2010 America the Beautiful quarters? PD&S, $100, $100, or would it be the 1999's state quarters? I mean, would it be these? I don't see very many rolls. I'll tell you that right now. Hardly available. And if you do find them, they're very expensive. So you don't really find them too much. But these you can find here and there. And those are the ones really with the low mintages from 2010 to 2014. So if that's your thing, that's huge. That's a big deal. And good luck. So 82 million, 81 million is our number. So they're not going to make much more of that. And look at this. They minted in Denver the Kennedy halves already, but they haven't reported the mintages for the Kennedy halves for Philadelphia, which we presume to be 1.6. They usually do an identical number. But since these aren't done, they may be done in a hasty fashion, which could increase the chance for errors, and that would be huge. Also, I have heard that there's a rumor that 2 mints are going to be taken offline to be retooled for the Type 2 reverses of the American Eagle program. So I believe if that were to happen, actually, let's go over the mints and look at their product schedule. Because if they do go, I guess, quiet for 2 months, let's find out if that's even possible. And I think if it were to go silent, it would only be the San Francisco or the West Point Mint. So let's see if San Francisco has 2 months that they can shut down to retool the situation there. So look at this. It goes from March then to April, May, June, July. So they could do it there, right there. And then these would probably suffer some mintage limits, some caps perhaps. Well, I didn't mean to say that so rhymingly. So if San Francisco does close for 2 months, that would limit the production of this to 10 months instead of 12. Very interesting on that one. And then I think that's the only time they could do it is right after this release. So I think they're going really wild right now, doing as many of these as they can until that closure. Now, I think the other one that might be closing would be the West Point Mint. And if you see on this particular schedule, we're going to look for a 2-month window that they have. And there it is, isn't it? So from March, so they had to have been minting these right now, getting ready, because in 2 days, these drop. Good luck. But from March to May, so we have all of April. And then even from May to June, gosh, these might be late. These could be even July. So maybe right after the May, God, that seems so far away though. I don't know. It would be sometime between May 13th and summer that these guys would go offline to get back to the Type 2 reverses and retool their West Point mints. So let's see, March to April 11, April 11 to May 11, maybe. Because, I mean, they really aren't doing anything after that day. They could go all the way to April 11, that's a whole month. And then to May 11, that's a whole month. So there's your window right there. But if that was the case, they would have to take pre-orders for this. So, not sure. Anyway, anything's possible. So if you guys have heard anything about the United States Mint shutting down for 2 months, or 2 different mints shutting down for 2 months, or whatever the case may be, please leave a comment in the section below. That would be really interesting to share with the good people. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.